everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to give you a quick update on the Yarbo after snow, as I'm calling it. Here's a look at the Yarbo after our first season being outside and removing snow. I wanted you to get a close-up to see some of the wear and tear and what we've encountered. So first up on the front right here with our protective grill and cover, this portion has bent in on its own. Not a big deal, but something I wanted to report back to you guys. I believe some of you out there are using it with this removed for larger snow, but do that at your own risk, obviously. I'm seeing some rust here, there, right there. We have a pretty big stick stuck in there, which is interesting, but I think we could get that out as needed. But not bad. So just this bent up a little bit of rust on a couple of those right there on the side. But everything looking good in there so far. This guy broke. So when I was clearing one of the clogs in here for really wet snow, I guess it wasn't fully done moving and it snapped it right off. But this is still super useful for there. So honestly, not really that big of a deal. And then on the treads, you'll notice we have some rust here on all of the treads for the snow treads. Just on the spikes. Rather interesting. But you can see that there. Our antennas are good. Technically, we're using the antennas. I believe this is actually for the summertime for the mower, where the longer ones for snow buildup, I believe, would be what you want to use. But I like how these are low profile, so hopefully they won't break. And I don't really want to swap antennas, but those look great. Backside looks great. Nothing to report back there. Same with our other antenna. Just the typical rust on the treads right there. That's really all we're seeing on the unit itself. I'd say a pretty clean bill of health overall. But that's not all. I wanted to show you the charging station. Everything looks great. Just some scrapes on it. Some debris building up, but yours will be different depending on where you have yours. But not bad at all. I'd say for the most part, as good as new. Just with a couple months of wear. And some scratches from the treads on there, but still working just fine. No issues there. And same thing with the rest of our unit out here. No issues at all. Still running as it should. Guess we got a sticker coming off there, but that's it. Onto the driveway itself, we have noticed that when we have the winter treads on, it will leave scrapes. This is the worst area on the sidewalk here, because I believe in mapping, it thinks it can go a little bit further than it actually can. So it's always trying to spin those treads, even though it can't go any further. Then it eventually realizes it, turns itself around. I knew it would scrape on pavers. I didn't really think about it too much on the concrete itself. So if you don't like those scrapes or don't want to see this, then you're better off not using the winter treads just to be safe, even if it means it's not going to be as effective in the snow. You can see some scrapes from it turning right here. Got a couple more here on the sidewalk where we have a lip that it got caught on. I think that was with the plow actually, but super interesting. And then here at the curb, a lot of them. And then definitely a lot right here. But then other sections, you know, it's just kind of random. But again, there's a lot of activity turning down here. Everywhere else, I mean, I don't see any here, right? So, but where there's activity like that, you could expect to see similar things on your driveway. And if you don't like that or don't want to see that and you care about that, then I'd highly recommend not using the winter treads.